Hey business students! In the area of Study 2, Unit 4, it is necessary to know the significant change issues which may be encountered by an organisation. These can include corporate social responsibility, business ethics, environmental sustainability, globalisation, mergers and acquisitions, technological developments, legislative compliance, and privatisation. The typical questions encountered regarding this topic require knowledge of a large-scale organisation that has encountered change in response to one of these issues. Therefore, it is essential that students are aware of real-life examples that can be used in responses, particularly relating to the topic of change. While any large-scale organisation may be used, as the question doesn't require specific knowledge of a specific organisation, it may be advisable to use a well-known large-scale organisation so that your assessors of the end-of-year exam are more likely to have heard of and be familiar with the organisation. Examples of organisations that could be used include Linfox and McDonald's. An example question related to this topic is explain a significant change issue and describe one impact that change may have had on a large-scale organisation you have studied this year. 4 marks. The first important stage is to ensure that you understand what the question is asking. Firstly, ensuring that you know the meaning of the action word or verb within the question is essential, as it outlines what exactly is required in the response. In this question, explain and describe are the verbs. Explain means to make simple, plain and clear, and describe means to provide characteristics and features. Secondly, we need to identify the key words of the question, which form the basis of your answer. In this case, these include significant change issue, impact, and large-scale organisation. Thirdly, we need to address the joining word and. This implies to students that both aspects of describe and explain must be satisfied to achieve full marks. The second stage is to look at the marking scheme for the question. This question is worth 4 marks, which would require about a paragraph as a response. It can be assumed that 2 marks will be awarded for the explain aspect and 2 marks for the describing aspects. Before writing your response, it is essential to mentally plan out how this will be structured. This helps to ensure that the response will be clearly understood and will cover all aspects of the question and give you the best chance to receive full marks. The response could be structured by beginning with the significant change issue chosen. It can be assumed that the correct identification of a significant change issue will be worth 1 mark, and its explanation another mark. For example, a significant change issue that may affect large-scale organisations such as Linfox is environmental sustainability. This involves the organisation attempting to ensure that they are reducing the use of natural resources, energy, water, and wastage levels of the organisation in an attempt to protect the environment and reduce their carbon footprint. This should be followed by a brief description of the organisation you have chosen to discuss. While this is not specifically required in the marking scheme, it cannot be assumed that every assessor is familiar with every single organisation that could be used as an example. Therefore, it is necessary to provide a brief outline so that further marks can be awarded. For example, Linfox is an Australian supply chain logistics company. In 2008, Linfox developed a strategy called GreenFox, which attempted to reduce its carbon footprint. This could conclude with addressing the impact of the change issue. It is important to ensure that the change issue is directly related to the impact described. A specific real-life organisation is also needed as an example, due to this being specifically outlined in the question. For example, the change had an impact on Linfox, as growing importance of environmental sustainability and the values of society caused customers to begin to demand organisations to be more environmentally friendly. Linfox was quick to respond, which resulted in satisfying the needs of their consumers, maintaining their current customer base, reducing their carbon footprint, and reducing the costs of the organisation. The effect of this change issue was positive on Linfox, as they were proactive in developing a solution, rather than waiting for it to become a problem. It is important to remember that knowing real-life examples of large-scale organisations is important, especially across various topics, as it is unclear which topic it would be specifically regards to. Happy studying!